Thanks to all of you who replied when I asked, what sort of series you'd like next. I am going to do the mental health, the depression thing in men, but I've got lots of stuff going around in my head that I need to pull together. I'm thinking about doing it where, like, the comments on previous episodes of the series actually guide where I go on the next. So it's a little bit of you and me, not just me. But I want to outline things that I think are important. I'm not a psychologist, although psychology was part of a small segment of the course I did. I was a physio for nearly 25, 30 years. What I'm going to do is a series I've called Old Soldiers. I wrote this about 10 years ago. I had a little practice in Serena called Anzac Street Physio. I've still got the paper. I use it when I write my notes. I'm a paper man, not so much a computer man. I did a little bit of sports stuff. I didn't regard myself as a sports physio. I was more post-op, aged care, and a lot of veterans, especially when I had previous practice down at Woy Woy, which is just north of Sydney. But anyway, I wrote this. The best way will be just to read it out. I hope you'll bear with me. I'll be looking down. I've got the computer screen open just below it. I can't lower the camera much more. So, I probably look better when I'm looking away. Anyway, here we go. This is the first in the series, Old Soldiers. It's an explanatory post. I've been a physio for nearly 25 years. Over this time, I've had the honour of treating and being friends with many returned servicemen. There is a myth that they do not wish to speak of the horrors they faced. I say myth because I found that this was not the case. Once you gained their trust, they were almost desperate to tell their story. What they did not want was to be judged for the things that they'd been part of. I have sat beside the beds of some of these men as they were in their final hours and tried to, in some way, convey to them the depth of my gratitude to them in the hope that this would in some way ease their passing. It caused me to leave my profession for a few years as I found it difficult and painful. Then I realised that as hard as it was for me, they had suffered far more than I could imagine, and I was being a coward in running away from this. For many, their war did not end at the cessation of the guns. They carried it for their whole life. I propose over the next few weeks to tell a story of a few of these men. No names, no pack drill. There are some things that I've been told that I will not relay, as they were told in confidence. Please remember that sometimes memory distorts, and there may be some small factual errors, or even some partial truths, as the real truth can be sometimes too much. I will, however, promise that I will relay these stories as accurately as I was told them. I am doing this to keep the memory of these men and the horrors they endured for us alive in our memories, even though they are no longer walking among us. So that's the introductory. I'll give you the first real post tomorrow. But thanks very much, and I hope you enjoy this series.